Start up the flame here. I love that tack lighter. That's a great way to start your torch. If you haven't got one of those, I strongly suggest it. But I'm adjusting the flame here so that I have kind of a soft flame, but I want it to have, like a well-defined edge as best I can get with my ventilation going and everything. So a well-directed soft flame, and for soft glass, doesn't have to be like a hard driving raging flame like you would use for Boro. So once I've got that, I've got a nice neutral flame. Come in with my Mandrel, and I'm going to warm that up, and I'm coming in with my glass rod as well into the back of the flame, just warming that up while I heat up my Mandrel. I'm going to heat up that Mandrel until it's red hot for the whole length of where I have bead release. So even if you're going to make a small bead just in the middle like I'm doing here, you got to heat up that entire area of bead release. And I'm bringing the rod closer in, and now I'm going to switch positions and keep that Mandrel warm, but I'm letting it cool down a little bit before I come in with the hot glass rod. And I'm going to leave a pretty thick wrap of glass onto the Mandrel just in the middle. And I'm heating that up until it's evenly heated and relatively soft, and it starts to flow around. And then I'm going to hold it up at eye level and rotate and let it slump until it's sort of even. Now that first wrap doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be fairly even. But then I'm coming in with more glass, and I'm just going to make a really tall coil of extra glass around that little footprint that I made. Now it's important to keep your glass rod and your Mandrel at approximately 90 degrees to each other and make this coil as straight as you can, but it doesn't, again, need to be perfect. It's going to be a little bit off center here. Dress my rod a little bit, melt the sharp point off of it before I put it away, and then I'm just going to start melting down that disc or coil of glass. And it happens pretty fast. But what I'm doing here is rotating, and I'm hitting different parts of the bead with the flame and trying to get it evenly heated. So if I have more glass in one spot, I need to kind of stay on it with the flame a little longer. And this was kind of tricky for me to learn. You don't rotate at the exact same speed all the time. You need to pause every now and then and hit the bead with more flame in a certain spot, let it slump, and then come out of the flame. And right there, I'm basically letting the high side slump. So I'm rotating around, and when I see the high side come up, I let the bead slump a little bit, and then I start rotating again. And it's a really subtle move, but if you do that twice, then you really should end up with a nearly perfect donut bead at that point. And you can go ahead and decorate that in a lot of different ways. This is the basis for almost everything that I do. I couldn't get the camera to focus here, but I do have a better shot coming up that shows that this bead, in what was that, 3 minutes? It's got a good pucker, it's even all the way around, it's the same thickness all the way around, and it's not going to crack or anything. I just took this bead and I put it in my fiber blanket literally for 10 minutes. I pulled it off the Mandrel while it was still hot, and that's what you get.